What's up, everyone? Welcome back to A Line in the Stars. I'm Jordan. It's Dockyards. It's Thursday. Ken's in the background. Say hello, Ken.
Hello, everyone.
Nice. Yeah, Todd is hanging out with Ian and keeping Ian distracted. So while he's doing the Lord's work, Ken's going to help me out tonight. Otherwise, we're here to do some crazy modifications. I have been threatening to do this for months since Wonderfest, and it's time to actually take the Deep Space Nine, the Playmates Deep Space Nine that I got at Wonderfest, and it's time to rip the thing apart and see what we can't do to modify this. So it's time. Am I ready for this? No. Have I taken on more models? Yes. Did I say I was not going to do this until I was done with other models? Also, yes. Am I an irresponsible model maker? Also, yes.
But aren't we all?
Yeah, dude, like the DeLorean that's coming out here soon. Batmobile that just dropped today. By the way, if you guys haven't watched that yet, watch it 3 times because I need the support on this one right now. But it's been getting a lot of traction. It's been a great video so far for the channel. And then I've done a couple of Lego builds, and just I continue to avoid this subject, and so it's time. Let's go ahead and get to the build, right? And so I've been kind of looking around and doing some cleaning and getting some organizing done, and holy shit, Howard, he's already here doing things. My mother is a one-legged saint. Unfortunately passed a long time ago. Howard, thank you. Dude, thank you so much, man. I once again, I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Keeping the channel monetized. And so let's go ahead and check out some chat real fast, and we'll kind of talk about the week that was. Chase is here. Says, hey, guys. What's up, Keith? I really love the new channel and the inclusion of the bricks in there as well into your logo. Keith has changed his name to Bricks and Sprues, and I got to say that's a pretty fantastic name. It really does work out well. Steven's here. Good evening, Steven. Early morning? It's probably early morning. It's probably just after midnight there.
It's about 1 o'clock his time.
1 o'clock, my God, you crazy human being. Donnie, how's it going, man? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hope everything's going all right in your part of the world. I know that you've had some family stuff going on. So from me to you, I hope everything is going well. Send love to the family for sure. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Howard again, thank you. Everyone's saying hi. What's up, Andrew? Andrew's here. He says good evening. Andrew, I hope you're feeling better. I know last weekend you were dealing with some allergy stuff, so I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Donnie says, look, I'm a number 2. Oh, I mean, I'm number 2, and I didn't even pay for it. Ken, you're slacking. You forgot to play the Imperial Fart March. Hold on. He's not slacking. I didn't know. Like, I mean, it probably could have done it in the thing. Where is it? The Fart March. There. Oh, Fart March. It's a true piece of. It's a masterpiece.
I tried playing sound effects during the opening music, but it wasn't. Didn't seem to be working for me.
Yeah, there was only one that I got the. I don't know if you guys heard the.
Sweaty.
Yeah. I got that one in there, but yeah, sometimes it can be a little funny. Todd seems to always have the magic touch with messing with that. Let's
Kenneth
see here. Oh, nice, Kenneth. He says, "Evening from Atlanta. I'm sitting here watching my super favorite YouTuber person while on my 30-minute lunch break. Working till 10:30 tonight and tomorrow night. Oh well, thankfully your evening is getting pretty close to being done." Taking a lunch right before the end of the day is kind of a power move. Nice job. I also like to do that a little bit. I'll work like 8 hours before taking a break, and then I'll take like a 45-minute break or an hour break. Howard says, okay, that's weird. And you're going to have to expand upon that, my friend, because this is my stream and things do get weird around here. I will say that. Um, Donnie says, if it wasn't for your issue, I'd slap you with my foot. That is also kind of weird. And then everyone, I'm going to try this again. Try what again, Howard? What are you doing? Everyone's saying hi. So otherwise, yeah. I yeah, I've been busy. For me personally, I am personally super stoked right now. I am a diehard Seattle Mariners fan, have been since I was a little kid. And the Mariners won the AL West for the first time since the year I graduated high school. And I've been out for a quarter century. Like I've literally passed this. Like I graduated high school in 2001. And hey, Jody, welcome. Um, yeah, I graduated high school in 2001, and the Mariners just made like won the AL West yesterday for the first time since then, and I'm pretty stoked. It's been a lot of years of misery as a Mariners fan, and so they have a pretty good team, and it's been fun to watch. And so I've been watching that.
I've
Doing
been
some
happy watching the
organizing.
Blue Jays. Blue Jays have been having a great year as well.
Yeah, the Blue Jays have been doing fantastic. Like, so the Blue Jays are number one in the American League, and then the Mariners are number two. And so we're both going to wind up getting a first round bye in the playoffs. And I think the Blue Jays have a tougher time because they're likely going to have to play the winner of the White or the Red Sox and the Yankees.
Yeah.
So where we is good to play the winner of Cleveland and Detroit, and they both suck. So as a baseball fan, I don't really talk about it too much on the channel, but I am a diehard baseball fan. I have had not a whole lot of reason to pay attention for the last couple of years, but yeah. So a couple of years ago, I used to umpire, and it's probably been a decade now, but I've done umpiring for baseball, high school baseball, college baseball. I've actually umpired a couple of University of Washington Huskies teams and stuff like that, or games. And so I'm a diehard. Thanks, Jody. I know the Mariners are the other team besides the Montreal Expos, and they're now the Nationals, which sucks. But I know the Mariners are kind of like the other team that people in Canada like, and so yay Mariners. But I hate Blue Jays fans. Just so you know, y'all, when they come down to play the Mariners, they take over the city, and it's freaking awful. We're only like maybe 120 miles from the border here, so it's not that far to get here. So yeah, otherwise beyond that, the oh, Andrew says allergies kick my posterior butt. I see what you did there. Kicked my posterior, but better now. Doing my brother's-in-law wedding on Saturday with rehearsal tomorrow. So no live streams this weekend. So look for probably Jody this weekend on Saturday. And I might try to do an early stream as well. I didn't do a live stream for my birthday last week because reasons. And I was thinking about it. Hey, Trent, welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Trent.
But yeah, so otherwise, I have got shipping confirmation. Katrina has shipped off the DeLorean. So the DeLorean is due to arrive next week. She's still looking for like 5 stages, and it's kind of like an important 5 stages too. So we'll see. They're also not available online, so we'll see. But the DeLorean is arriving. Basically, everything up through stage 153 minus 5 stages. So I've picked up that entire part work. That was a hefty shipping bill. Oof.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's heavy. Like it was everything in boxes. Like all Steve had gotten all the parts. Like he'd built in. What he had built through stage 6. So the trial parts, he had done the trial, and then he was like, you know what, I don't want to keep waiting. I'll just wait for all the parts to arrive. And then Steve was like a squirrel. He got something shiny, and he like went off and did that too. We miss you, Steve. So all of that's arriving. Katrina's certain that she has everything because Steve was really good about getting everything, but all of his part works were kind of scattered together. But that's arrived, and then of course I dropped the Batmobile. The first 2 stages of the Batmobile was dropped this morning, and it's been a really popular video, as I knew it was going to be. I think I'm the first person in the US to drop a video on this one. I think. I was looking around and am I bashing the Tigers? Yeah, I'm bashing the Tigers. Your team sucks. Okay, real quick. You guys had a 15-game lead in the middle of August. This is the largest collapse in baseball history. You guys lose tonight, you're out of the playoffs.
That's quite
Nice.
the grin.
I once again, I am a huge baseball fan. So anyway, otherwise, that's kind of what's going on. I am now getting into a rotation of Partworks builds, and so it's going to be the Enterprise, and then the Millennium Falcon, and then Darth Vader, and then the Batmobile, then the DeLorean, and then we will be doing the Starships collection. So it's going to be those 6 in order with, I'm going to try to get the Reliant on a more regular schedule. I've done a ton of recording over the last couple weeks. I've got probably, I think, 16, 17 videos recorded right now that I need to just kind of go through and process. And so I've got time for the Reliant. So it's kind of the important. I want to get that on a regular schedule. But it's also challenging to get that model done. So just saying it. Otherwise,
so Jody's saying he's planning on streaming on Saturday at 8 p.m.
Perfect. So make sure you guys are checking out if you guys haven't subscribed to all of our channels. I didn't think about you because this is my stream and I'm selfish, but hey, if you want to check out my links below, that'd be pretty cool. All right. So otherwise, today got murdered at work. It was probably the busiest day of the year and a year full of busiest days of the year. So I'm tired. So probably go until about 7:30 my time or so. So probably looking for about another 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bust out the parts. Here we are. So this is the vintage Playmates Deep Space Nine, and as you can see here, this one's numbered 4564, so it's a fairly early edition. When I picked this up, well, Todd, being Todd, he picked this up at Wonderfest. We were talking about it, and he goes, "Oh, that's cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, that's super cool, really rare." And he bought it, and then he just hands it to me, and he goes, "All right, you need to light it." Then I proceeded to do the video where I opened up with, where is it? Right here.
I'm sweaty.
That's how the video opened up. And that was also a pretty popular video as well. And in that, I promised that I was going to be, lighting this. And so I put this off as long as I possibly can. So here we are. That was the original price. Todd just threw out an offer and they took it. And it's kind of amazing that they took it. So, yeah, kind of wild. But let's go ahead and get it out. This did go home with Ian. And I haven't opened it since. So I don't know if he's hidden anything in here. I hope not.
Chicken parm. And now it's green.
Oh my God. Dude, yeah, it would be so green. All right. So, I have been missing things from Wonderfest. I had wondered where some of this had went. So I had gotten something from Keith over at Cosmic Scale Models. I got the oh yeah. Dude, did I really get this and just totally forget? Sorry, you're gonna have to go through this with me here real quick.
Well, apparently you did.
No, this is the packaging. Oh, this is just all the instructions for this. Got it. Okay. So there was something that I'd gotten from Cosmic Scale Models, and it was like something that he gave something to me for free, and I'm still missing a couple things. I don't know. So anyway, the cool thing about this kit was I've put new batteries in it since, but when we took it out of the box, this is from 1993. When I took this out of the box and pressed the buttons, the lights still worked. The batteries still had just the tiniest little bit of juice. It wasn't making much sounds. It was more like If you listen to RFK speak, it sounded kind of like that. But in-house joke. But yeah, so you press this and
Tractor
makes a
beam?
really, really loud tractor beam noise. Exactly. And then phasers. And then some photon torpedoes. And as you guys can see there, the little lights light up around the habitation ring. And then
Nice.
I don't know what that is. So
Yeah, that's a good
there that.
question. I neither do I.
Yep. So these are keyed. So for right now, I'm not going to put the arms on. And this basically just sits on this base, just like so. So we're going to look at it from the side here. It looks a little sad without its arms. It's been detentacled.
Where's the Enterprise?
The Enterprise, it's somewhere in here.
Okay, so you brought it home separate?
Yeah, actually, no. I sent it home with Donnie. Donnie. I forgot about that. I sent it home with Donnie.
Oh. So how's the Enterprise looking there, Donnie?
You're doing a great job, Donnie. So the thought was when Todd and I were kind of talking about it at Wonderfest during the video, one of the things that I want to do is I want to go ahead and oh my. We're gonna have to drill out all these windows. All right. Oh no. All right. So the idea was to light this up. I think that the paint on here is actually fairly good. It is slightly faded, so we may do something about that. I may choose to paint this as well. The reason I really like this is outside of like something new. This is probably the most accurate Deep Space Nine that you're going to find. The model is not accurate at all, and the fitment is awful. I remember that from when I was a kid, and it was pretty bad. And so, the idea is kind of want to take this, gut it. What we're going to do tonight is I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. We're going to see what the insides look like. See if it's going to be possible for me to go ahead and run lights through the machine, through the station. See if we can make it all work. See if I can get the promenade to light up, even though there's like the speaker in here. Stuff like that. I imagine that we'll probably run a cob through here. Likely need to order a couple things. I want to animate the phasers, so I want to remove these LEDs that are here along the sides, right up here, and actually get them properly put into the outer parts where the parts actually go, and see if I can't pull that off somehow. And then the idea for the side is basically to get a motor into the bottom down here and get it so that the station slightly turns very slowly over time. Because Todd's like, I really like to see that behind me for when I'm building. And I am looking to kind of do a rearrange of my desk area. So, yeah, I want to go through and get, so like along here, along the docking ring, it's probably a little bit easier to see if you're on the top camera.
So then you're not really looking for any fancy lighting effects then?
Not really super fancy lighting. No. It's a fairly simple design. Like when it comes to lighting for this, there's not a whole lot. It does have flashers. So it does have, like the nav and the nav lights and what have you that do blink. I want to get those on there. Likely just kind of run some lighting down along in here. So inside the promenade, which is what this ring is along the inside, that's where that's where all the sound comes out. And if you kind of look in there, like if you kind of close your eyes and kind of don't look at it too hard, you can kind of like, especially like right along here along the top, you can kind of like imagine that there'd be a promenade in there. We'll open it up and see. Like like I said, we're gonna open it up today and see what's inside and kind of go from there. But I'd like to get some lights in there. I want to get some lights around the inside of the docking ring. and then get the appropriate lights around the outside of the habitat ring, or docking ring, habitat ring, promenade. Sorry, and then
We've had some
yep.
guesses on what that other sound was.
Oh yeah.
Jody said docking clamps. Let's see here. Andrew said those don't sound like Cardassian phasers.
They don't know.
No. Donnie said sounds like self-sealing stem bolt. When they come loose.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then Donnie says, I haven't had time to paint it.
Dude, I completely forgot you had it.
So I think he might have too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dash thinks maybe the door sound. Sounds like somebody needs to do a Google search on that.
Yes, although I could probably look at the box.
Oh, yeah, it might say.
Or the instructions, like what does it say? Tractor beam, docking activation buttons. So that's the sound of a ship docking. Oh, that's the sound of like when the Defiant would dock in. So
okay.
Yeah. The sound
sounds like they came in a little too hard.
Yeah. They really did. That's also what she said.
Howard says a dead fly falls out of the model.
All right, and then the last thing that I'd like to do is I would like to possibly drill out the fusion core down here because it's supposed to be red and glowing red. So that's something that I would like to do. But as you can see here, all of these bumps along the outside, those are all windows, and so we're going to need to remove all of those if I'm going to light it all up. So something I'm going to have to think about. They are not, however, on the show square like that. They are round. So that is something that is going to be easier to take care of. And then eventually, after we get this thing sealed up, this thing is going to probably run. I'm probably going to keep the stock power. I'm going to see if I can keep stock power and all that. But then after this thing gets sealed up, I want to try to figure out some like screw hole covers so we can get all the screws taken.
You'll have to see if you can get a maybe Donnie to print out a Defiant to attach to it
in the proper scale. Yeah, and I think Todd had figured out the scale of this was like 1/2200, I think is what it was, is what the scale wound up being. I'll have to go back and watch the video because like we actually figured it out. Yeah, and Andrew says round windows are so much easier. Yeah, they really, really are. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan. So for today, we're going to go ahead and open this thing up and see what's up. Like I just kind of want to see what's inside. Do something that I used to do as a kid and take apart toys and piss my dad off because he spent a lot of money on that toy and I would take it apart trying to see how it works. And so to be able to do that as an adult with Todd's money is also pretty awesome. So let's get to it, shall we? So first things first, you may not be wrong about the spiders or the flies thing. There is something in here that's kind of rattling around. So I am going to, let's grab a screw box real quick so that I can keep.
And Donnie was asking what scale that is. So
I think it's 1/2200. Hey. Hold on one sec, guys. All right. So a little screw container here. I believe it's 2200. 1/2200 is what Todd was saying. Or maybe smaller.
What scale is the model kit, do you know?
It doesn't say. I think we had to like do the math on it, and it was based on the size of the little Enterprise that Donnie has.
No, but the actual model kit from like round 2.
Oh, I honestly don't know. That's a good question.
Because I know that comes with like 3 Reliance, or sorry, 3 Defiance and 3 Cardassian ships.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because they're repeated on sprues that you need.
Oh, I see. So I'm going to pull the batteries out. That way we don't. Batteries and the battery caps. It's kind of clever how they do this too. It's over where the Defiant docks in on a docking ring. Kind of clever. There we go. You just kind of slide it forward like that. Expose the battery. Yeah, the batteries still worked. I couldn't believe that, and that was insane. Yeah. Once again, just slide that out. Yeah. Learned a long time ago, don't leave things plugged in while you're plugged in or powered up while you're taking them apart. So some of these screws have a nice patina on them. This kind of tells me how old they are. All right, here we go. This is cool. And this is probably what we're going to be working on. I kind of want to just dedicate some time to this right now. For as fun as the Legos have been, I have a couple projects I want to get done. The runabout still needs to get done. I was looking at it the other night. I did find the green strawberry set for the rear crew area, which I couldn't find for the longest time. When you're doing this and you have a small space to store all of it, it's in here somewhere. I know that. That's the thing that I always say is like it's somewhere in here.
You almost need with that kit though. You with the runabout, you almost need replacement windows.
I was thinking about that.
So thick, and you can see it bend in that it leaves a border around.
Yep.
So you almost need to do like Andrew's trick of using a couple slides from a microscope slides or whatever, and some UV resin or just some thin plastic clear plastic styrene or something.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, that's something that I had looked at that, and the windows, stock windows, do not play well with the green strawberry kit.
No, not if you want to see the interior. They're perfectly fine if you're gonna black them out so it looks like it does normally on screen.
Yep.
They're fine for that, but yeah, once you got an interior, you can kind of see how thick they are, and it just doesn't lend itself well to that.
Right. Hold on, Donnie. I can let me go ahead and go into my channel real fast. I'll go ahead and make you a moderator.
Donnie says he can't post links.
Hold on one sec.
And Howard's saying, what if Jordan gets a Millennium Lego Falcon?
Oh my god, dude. Where do I do that? That is in settings. Channel. How's your day? Yeah.
Andrew says, solar res glass you can make a little thicker and should still be able to curve on those front windows easy enough.
Really?
Okay. Community moderation, user management. There we go. At Donnie. Donnie, what's your channel handle? At Donald's modeling desk? I should know better. Donnie's modeling desk.
Dawn's modeling desk. If you look
Dawn's
at the logo.
modeling desk. Dawn's modeling desk. Or isn't it just at Donnie Doherty?
Well, that's what he put in the comments. He said, yeah, at Donnie Daltrey.
There it is. All right, Donnie, you are now.
You now have the power.
Mm-hmm. Howard says, "Oh no, Donnie's getting powered up, but that still won't give him first." That's right. You guys keep arguing, please. The engagement helps.
Well, I'm just wondering though, if Donnie bans Howard temporarily, does that get rid of all Howard's points? Would that be mean?
Oh man, maybe.
Okay, so Howard had said, so Jordan/Andrew, I was watching TOS, and the episode where Spock gets shot on a planet where the indigenous people that the Klingons give flintlocks to, that Dr. Babinga was in. So he and Dr. McCoy are still both on the Enterprise.
Oh, Mbenga? Yeah. You see Mbenga a couple of times earlier on.
But it has a very American voice.
Yes. Yeah. So he's not really seen too much. He was just kind of like background flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just McCoy. You definitely need much more than one doctor on the ship.
But on the first I want to say the first pilot, it was just some older
Dr.
white guy.
Piper.
Yeah.
Dr. Piper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mbenga replaced Piper as the chief medical officer, and then Kirk brought McCoy with him as his chief medical officer, and Mbenga stayed on board for a while. And then he eventually left to go do something else, I believe. Now, there's certain fates that we just don't know. Dr. Mbenga, Una, we don't know her fate. So it's kind of cool that we'll be able to get some of those characters, and we'll kind of figure out what happened to them after Pike goes out of command.
So that original pilot episode has already happened?
Yeah. Oh, long time ago. Yeah. So when you come across Pike, when he takes command of Discovery in season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, they were on their first 5-year mission as a crew together, and had already been gone for a while, and that's when all of that had happened. So Mbenga comes back. He knew Captain Pike from before, like when they were junior officers or whatever. So Mbenga comes back and meets with Pike and becomes his chief medical officer after Piper leaves. So yeah, that's kind of how that story happened. So it happened probably 6-7 years before we're seeing it at the end of season 3 right now.
Okay.
So,
well, thanks for clearing that up.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Oh, there's plenty of room to do stuff in here.
Well, that's good.
Okay. So first things first, you got some wiring, a purple wire.
That's probably from your batteries for your power.
Yep. So it's got little... Oh, how interesting. So the wires are kind of like put underneath here, these little clips. So what I'm going to need to do is very carefully, and I'll probably grab my single-bladed nippers for this. Before we do that, let's take a look to see what else we got. It's more of that. Then Okay.
Jody says, I think Mbenga was in 2 episodes.
Yep. It was like 2 episodes, 2 or 3. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I really do like how I'm gonna butcher his name, but Babs Olusokaman, I think is his name. I really do love how he portrays Mbenga. He's such a fantastic character. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run through here real fast and very carefully.
Don't cut the red wire.
Exactly. Oh.
Howard says, I thought it might be get killed off, but I didn't know that till now.
Yep.
And
so
then,
the only character that you really need, the only character that you really need to be concerned about is probably Ortega's, because she's one of the very few original characters in the show.
I like her.
Me too. She's a fantastic actress.
That and I like women with short hair. So,
yep.
For me, it's probably because my military service. So,
right.
Let's see. Andrew says, and some dark fates we know. Hoshi.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't remember exactly what happened to her though. Remind me.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to get Andrew to remind us. Donnie says, can you just pop the battery connector instead of cutting the wire?
Oh, I'm not cutting the wire. I'm just cutting the wires out of their little grooves. So there's like little grooves that are holding everything in place.
And Howard wants to know if you're gutting it out to the original batteries and replacing it with USB/C port.
I'm not sure yet. We'll figure that out. My initial thought was to keep the battery power, but I may go without. So there's some cellophane tape from 1993.
Nice.
Holding true.
Andrew says, oh, and Sam Kirk has a dark fate.
Yeah, and you unfortunately see it on screen too. You know, and if they go into season, like if they actually we're all pretty sure that we're going to get the year 1 series. I would really like to explore Kirk kind of grappling with the man. It's been a long time since I read this, but it was Garevik, if I'm not mistaken. No, Garevik was his captain. Anyway, so Kodos. Anyway, he was part of a colony, and there was someone, the butcher, that wound up killing the entire colony except for Sam and Jim, and they were the only survivors. And so when Sam is killed, it's actually by that person who did it originally. So right. Yeah, it's kind of it's a dark story for sure. All right. The only thing that I've got going on here right now is I can't separate the model without cutting the wires.
Okay.
The reason for that is the speaker is stuck up in there. And I'm wondering if I can remove the speaker so I don't have to do that.
Howard's asking if we know who the aliens, her and the Gorn that was in that episode together.
The Metrons?
Yeah, he says yes, spoilers.
Yeah, so that was the Metrons, and they were the same species that had Kirk and the Gorn actually go at each other in the original series episodes. So that was kind of meant to be like a bit of a prequel to that story.
Andrew says she, I guess going back to Hoshi, she was on Tarsus 4.
Oh.
He says Governor Cody's on Tarsus 4, which is how Hoshi died too. Go on or Kodos. Stupid autocorrect.
So there it is. There's the bottom.
Okay, it's just a speaker there.
Yep. So the speaker was held in by a sticker. And let's go ahead and flip this over. There it is. The entirety of all of this little board. Wow. And they have like open exposed solders. So look at this.
Well, nothing else was in the area, so I guess
I know,
kind of get
but
away
still,
with it.
Kind of like right through here, though. If you look, it's really bad. It's a really bad solder through here, and it's a really bad connection. Wow.
Wonder where it was made.
Let's find out. China.
Okay.
Who'd have thought? All right. So this is there's a ton of room in here. Wow. Okay.
Donnie's asking, didn't Sam and his wife die from some kind of alien parasites?
Something like that.
And he said, I think their son survived.
Yeah, the son survived. Yeah, Peter Kirk was his nephew.
Okay.
So yeah, Peter Kirk survived. Yeah.
Yeah. Trent says they got space herpes.
You too?
No, he said that's what they died of. That was the parasite. It was space herpes.
Space herpes. Got it.
Yep.
So this is very simple, actually. Wow. Very, very simple. So it makes me wonder if I even want to keep the stock stuff. What do you guys think? Let me know.
I mean, all that board is doing is just giving you those sounds, is it not?
And that's lighting up lighting these little lights around the outside.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But I don't want to use those lights. So
right.
The sounds may not be bad. Yeah, absolutely could replace it.
You could, depending on what you're going to do for it, if you want to change the bass a little bit to put a motor in, you could always put the sounds in the bass. But then you got to run wires up to the top to like light up the phasers or anything like that. So that's going to make it really hard for you to make it rotate.
It's very true. Unless it was done through. So in that case, well, that's always going to be a problem. Like, how are we going to figure that out? A tenna control board would fit in here really nice.
Just a little flashing light board.
Yeah,
it would.
And it has enough board options on there that it gives you a few power ports, and so I don't need too much lighting. I would need to do lighting around the docking ring, lighting around the. Go ahead.
But what is the power requirement? Is this a 9-volt system?
It is a 9-volt system, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fine. You can get a 9-volt power inverter, so in that case, then the batteries go away.
Right. Andrew says Governor Kodos was the butcher of Tarsus 4, where Kirk was the only witness to Kodos' face.
That's right.
Howard says, so I'm wondering if they will try to redo some of the original TOS episodes.
I think that, at least from the impression that I get from everything that they're saying, I think that's kind of, you don't touch that territory. Like, you can get away with it through, like in the season 1 finale, Equality of Mercy, where you can take Balance of Terror and tell it from a different perspective, right? And
Right.
that works because you're dealing with familiar themes, you're dealing with familiar elements, and almost some scenes are almost shot for shot, but there's its own story in it, right? And I worry that because TOS has a very particular charm, right? Like it's campy, it's goofy, and it's a product of its time. And I think that as long as they don't touch those, like as long as they don't touch too much, then it's going to be totally fine. Like if it's going to be a handoff, like here we're going to do like 2 seasons of this because we only got 3 years of Kirk's 5-year mission. So if we get the first 2 years of his mission while he's figuring things out and finally getting all of his crew together, I'm down for that.
Okay.
I really hope that they don't wind up kind of going into it. I would like to see a new Gary Mitchell. That would be really cool. Like to have Gary Mitchell come on to the Enterprise with Kirk. They're good friends, and I'd like to see Gary Mitchell before he goes all, what was the strange energy? When he gets all the
Yes.
strange energy going.
And the funky eyes.
Exactly. So that for me, that's what I would hope. Like stuff like that. Um, it's funny though, Howard. I see that comment. I like to do him a revisit of the mobster planet for their cut and some for what he did. Now, what's interesting is that they actually there was a story that it's a canon book, one of the canon Star Trek novels. Covers how Captain Rios, his story of how he became who he was and what happened to him after the Ibn Majin was destroyed and his captain killed himself, as we saw in season 1 of Picard. And so the book, I can't for the life of me think the name of it off the top of my head, but it deals with that species and how they're still like kind of space mobsters, and like one of the main characters is a space mobster, and it's really well written. It is really, really good. It's really well voice acted as well. So I think it was Mark Thompson who did that one. If you guys at all like listen to Star Wars books or Star Trek books, Mark Thompson is like the best novelization actor. And so, yeah, fantastic book. I wish I had the name off the top of my head, but I'm not going to look. That's all I got to say about that. Looks like Keith is going to bed. Night, Keith.
Andrew says Sam was killed on Cestus 3 by the Gorn. Alex says he had 17 minutes before his first training shift, and that was like getting close to 17 minutes ago. And he asks, is this Starbase 9 correct?
Deep Space Nine. And Alec, do me a favor. Thank you for watching. Don't watch on your first day of work.
Don't watch it on any day of your
work.
Don't
watch streams at work. Pay attention
afterwards.
To work that's right. VODs, you can comment on them later, what have you. Make sure you're paying attention to your job, my friend, because you can't have that happen again. I'm just going to be brutally honest with you. So make sure you're paying attention to your job. Good luck, and sell lots of popcorn. You're going to go home smelling like it, and you're soon going to hate it. So.
Let's see here. Jody wishes him good luck. Trent says, hey, alien cheesehead. Donnie says, Arduino that station up.
Yeah. And Howard says, use an amplifier jack to make the connection between the base and the station. Yeah.
I was thinking about that because you can get the ones where they got different levels. So you could have, like, I think up to 3 different. Thing is, can you still make that rotate, though? I hope you can.
Be interesting. And I wonder. How interesting. Well, that's going to be something that, like, once again, today is the disassembly. We're going to be taking a look at it, and likely starting to drill out some windows. That's where I'm definitely going to start, and then we're going to start. Like, let's put together the plan for what we're going to do. I think I agree that no matter what, this board needs to go. So let's go ahead and go back out here real fast.
I mean, you could always just, put it aside and hang on to it and
just in case
later.
Yep. So let's go ahead and pull all of the stock electrics out of here. This is cool.
Andrew says inner lighting.
Not sponsored. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inner lighting. I'm actually going to be ordering my first inner lighting set here very soon. Once we're done with the Reliant, I am going to start working on Voyager, and I want to do Voyager with the inner lighting set. So I'm looking forward to that.
Let's see here. Andrew says my on-set source tells me they are original stories before the start of TOS.
Beautiful.
Now I'm wondering, is like I don't think this is the way it is, but is it possible that Chekhov just wasn't a bridge crew member before season 2? And that's why he knows of Khan, or they could retcon it that way.
I honestly don't know. Like, probably could get away with that. Like, he's just there, but he's not like a senior officer yet or something.
Yeah, he's not a bridge officer or anything.
Right.
Because it's either that or you just won't see him for that series.
Well, which is totally fine. Like,
no, for sure.
And that's the thing, is like the beauty of it is like you can, I like how they've introduced Scotty. He's not the chief engineer yet, but he's just an engineer. And it just how they're handling all of that really works. My biggest knock on Strange New Worlds is, and it's really not a knock, like I know what they're doing, and they're basically telling episodic stories, right? But it's not long enough to be episodic, right? So it's hard to give, like, when you get 3-4 actual episodes during a season, when you only got 10, and you get 3 actual episodes that move the story forward, and then the rest of them are all just kind of like what you would consider fun filler episodes.
Yeah, unlike the original show where it was like 22 odd episodes.
Yep,
a season.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like they don't have enough time to do that, but they're also trying to, and the thing is like Discovery, where I think a lot of people get rubbed wrong on Discovery, besides like the touchy-feely nature of it. And I'm just right now working on pulling, so they secured the LED in place with hot glue.
So in regards to the jack, Howard says, yes, Wayne and Lou used it to do a 2001 space station rotation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember them building that, but I don't remember how they did it.
Okay. I'm going to have to go back and watch that then. Thank you, Howard. That's
Trent
great.
said you could use a slip ring.
Okay. Well, there it is. All the electrics are taken out.
Oh, Andrew says, I was wrong about Sam Kirk. He was killed by the flying fried eggs. I remember that episode.
Oh, God, I remember that episode, too. Sometimes you just wish that you didn't,
That episode kind of disturbed me as a child when I saw that.
Same. It was a little weird. And the way they kind of flopped through the air was really disturbing.
Yep.
Okay. So now that this is off, one of the things that here's 30-year-old hot glue. Let's go ahead and throw that away. No, I'm not going to taste it.
Now I'm also thinking, could you not just have the rotation? Where if are you going to use that base that it came with as part of the base?
I would like to, but it's not super.
Well, so if you do, you could have that rotating as well, could you not? And just have part of a little plastic base underneath rotating, whereas the power is through a jack port or something, where you can do almost like a magnetic connection or something like that that transfers power. Yeah, like you could put a board in that part of it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And have power coming up through there normally. Yeah. And then put the jack underneath, or like have the power coming in from another base underneath that, just like a small base where the power is coming in.
That's a good idea. Okay. All right. So now a couple things. Promenade. We should be able to do stuff with the promenade. At least light it up a little bit.
Yeah. Now, would you consider UV resonating or doing something to cover up the windows?
I would at that point. Yep.
Because they're quite large.
They are. So let's bring up. I'm going to grab.
Donnie says, yeah, those were the parasites, talking about those flying egg things. And Howard said, oh, those flying eggs, they tried to kill Spock.
That's right.
Andrew said, although the audio jack might be a little big for the fusion core.
That's a good point. I'm trying to find an image right now of Deep Space Nine that I could use for reference. Like one actually from the show. It's a little far away. That one might work. So, oh boy, that's an actual image from the show, and it's kind of rough, but it'll work. So let's go ahead, share screen.
Howard said, no, you don't use the jack in that part. You can run the lines up the center.
Oh. Okay. So there's Deep Space Nine. That's really just not a great shot. So we have windows along the inner part here, underneath the promenade, and windows along the outside, and windows at the very edge. Okay. And what we see is just white up top. Go ahead.
I was just reading here. Trent said, I thought that's what RC tanks used for their turrets. No, a lot of times, Trent, the RC tanks don't actually allow you to rotate in continuous circles. You kind of have so far you can go to the rear, and then you have to go back the other way. Okay. Good person to ask, though, would be Ian on that one, because he's built multiple RC tanks. But I seem to recall that from watching his build of the Leopard. There was a parts build. It was a parts kit or whatever.
Yeah. The Agora build.
Yeah. Okay. How it says if you rotate the lower part of the base. And Trent said, sorry, dyslexia kicked in. Yeah, it's okay, Trent. I knew what you were saying.
Okay. So, he only wants to fit the proper way. It's supposed to go together, which doesn't surprise me at all.
You could always number them on the inside right now. Take a marker and just mark one of them with a mark of some sort on the inside, on the top and the bottom, and you're good. You'll always know which one it is. There you go.
That's a good idea. Okay. So
Howard said, like the R2 head in the parts build, it only rotates so far the same way. Yeah, same for the Leopard tank, he says. I mean, realistically, you could do what like real armor does, which is just a copper ring all the way around that the power comes to, and then you have like another on the receiving side. You'd have like a copper brush, like almost like a paintbrush, but copper wires running around on top of that copper ring, so it's always making contact.
Which, that's called a slip ring, if I'm not mistaken, and I think.
Yeah.
That is probably what we would do here. Okay. So what I'm doing right now, I think the first thing I want to do is start drilling out windows. And I said that I wasn't going to do this again, but I guess I'm doing this again.
And Donnie says, yeah, that's how a slip ring works.
Okay. So I'm going to make a couple rules for this one right now. I am not going to go super crazy into detail, meaning that there are inner windows that sit along the inside of this ring as well. I am not going to drill those in. That is not going to happen. I don't want to try to get a drill in there at all. That does not sound like any fun. So that's not going to happen.
If we had a good designer of 3D parts, you'd be set because you could just cut out chunks and insert 3D chunks with windows already molded, not there.
Right.
But unfortunately, we don't really have anyone like that, do we?
It's like kind of the one thing that like 3D designers we don't have in our group, which is totally like I'm surprised. Like the amount of people that are specialized in like certain builds these days, like in our group, like the amount of access that we have to like different skill levels and stuff like that, people to tap for it is amazing. We're really fortunate, I feel. But yeah, no 3D art modelers. So yeah, no, you're right. You definitely could do that. So along the bottom, I'm gonna try to find a image of the bottom of Deep Space Nine. So let's see what's along the bottom of this ring. I don't really remember. Oh, that's got a bunch of windows in it too. Okay. Eric's here. Love it.
Hey, Eric.
Welcome, Eric. All right. Yep. So each one of these little notches are also windows. I will do those. That's when I'm going to do that. And I'm going to need to figure out how to take. Let's get this crap out of here. Oh, disgusting.
Well, just really old glue.
Yeah. So all those posts are just being held in by this really old glue. Oh my God, look at this.
Whew.
Oh, what? I don't know why it's grossing me out, but
so is anybody having fried eggs tomorrow morning? Just wondering. I was talking about the fried egg monsters.
Right. Oh my God. That is horrifying. Where is that brush? Yes.
That's why you need one of those fiber optic brushes or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I've got one.
Okay. Oh, it's disgusting.
Or cat's toothbrush.
No,
stinky, is it?
It's a little bad.
A little pungent.
A little pungent. So we got a this is a long screw. Holy crap. Okay. Everybody remember where we put the long screw. Okay. So looks like that is either. Do you think they would use CA on that? Oh, that one's going out. Okay. That one went out. Okay.
Perfect.
Nice.
Ooh, are they bending though?
Nope. There we go.
Right on.
Nice and easy.
Now, does that split in half? Is it just two parts glued together for the bottom part? Would make it easier for you to cut it open and get those those red windows or red power whatever's put in.
Yep. So I'm gonna take these out. Yeah. God.
Perfect with that same screw, so you know where it goes.
Mm-hmm. And I think I've got a tool for separating parts.
Eric's asking, anyone hear from Todd? Did Ian or the humidity get him?
Todd's with Ian, and he's doing the Lord's work right now, so keeping Ian distracted.
Howard said, CA, heck no, it was hot glue and duct tape.
Right.
Let's see here. Jody says you can drill those windows from the inside while it's open.
Oh, yeah. Well, kind of hard to see him. Yeah, I'll try a couple different techniques.
And I only read that because Chase said, good point, Jody, but it probably won't be red. That's the only reason I read that. I was like, oh, Jody said something. I better go look, see what it was. So thanks, Chase.
Is it?
Howard says, no, Ian was trying to drown Todd last I knew.
Yeah, this could very well be one piece.
Okay.
Let's see. I got a razor blade, but I don't really want to mess with that. Let's grab.
At least not on camera.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you all want to see that, but grab my thinnest screwdriver here.
Because I'm thinking if it's just two parts glued together with that same old glue, it should hopefully pop it apart.
Yeah.
Howard says Sonic Saber it to death. I wouldn't Sonic Saber until you know where if you have a seam or not. And even then.
Oh, there's writing on here.
Does it say made in China?
Says 1993 Paramount Pictures. All rights reserved. Playmates Toys. Authorized user.
Sounds like it needs some sanding.
Yeah, it really will need some sanding here. I think this is a solid piece.
I guess you'll know if you go to drill out those sections.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, to put
that in there.
Lights and stuff.
All right.
Do those little sensors on the top, those little white ones, do those pop off so they don't get broken?
I thought they did. I don't remember how that went on. Yep.
Perfect.
Thank you.
One less thing to get broken.
Yep. And those need to be painted copper. All right. So this could definitely use a good panel wash. And I think we should probably paint this.
And Howard says if you use a Sonic Saber, just to get in, just to make a hole big enough to get a flathead screwdriver in.
I'll give it a try.
That's a good idea. Because otherwise it should be, easy enough to putty. Because it just seems like too complex of a piece to, be hollow and that shape.
Yeah, it's not hollow. That's solid. When I put the Sonic Saber in, it went all the way down.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a solid piece. We'll have to figure that one out. Okay. All right.
So that sounds like it'd be a Dremel job.
That would be a
Thermal out
Dremel
each of those little parts and then put lights in.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have styrene, you could remake the posts in between them.
Very true.
Just hollow out the entire portion on the bottom or whatever, and then use styrene to just do the supports in the middle on the sections again, leaving the center area untouched.
Oh yeah,
and the outside edge untouched.
Yeah.
Andrew has a good point. Make a mold and cast it in clear.
What a great idea.
Trent says maybe 3D print that piece.
That's also a great idea. The casting sounds kind of fun too. All right, well, let's start drilling. Maybe drill, baby, drill. Let's grab all my drill bits. What size do I have? What are the biggest ones that I have? I got 1.2.
Let's see. Howard said, so another thing is to look at GAM body and get the STL file. Maybe you can print the parts you need, like that solid part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Andrew's got a good point. If you do make a molded and cast it in clear, then all you need is a red LED inside and the clear, and then mask off the red parts and then paint. You're still going to need to run a wire down through it, though. Either way, even if you use that piece, you're still going to have to somehow run a wire through it to go to the base. Jordan, Eric says, Jordan, make sure you have Band-Aids handy.
Yeah, right. This 1.2 millimeter. It's probably not big enough. That might work. Here we go. God, I haven't done this in a while. It has been a while.
So are we going to count how many of those bits you break?
I don't have that many, so I hope not. But it is nice having a guide spot to actually do this. Oh. All right.
Is it slipping off, or are you actually just punching through that quickly?
It's slipping off, but it's interesting. So the window that I just did.
Yeah.
It goes up.
Like it looks like it's split between the top and the bottom.
Yeah, it actually took out the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So.
Donnie says GAM body does have a DS9.
I wonder. Well, we'll see what we do. We'll see how this does. I'm gonna try to sit up a little bit here.
You almost need a little punch to put a little divot in each one to
get it started.
Start off. Yeah.
Yeah. The plastic is pretty soft, like baby skull.
Okay, that's good to know.
It is soft like baby skull. Yep. So if you come in at a bit of an angle, it avoids that. But it is just barely staying.
Andrew's taken off. He says, I'm off. Have a good one.
Have a good night, Andrew. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. That seems to be working fairly well, though.
And of course, Donnie says, not that I've been trolling for Star Trek STLs or anything.
Not at all. Okay. So come at it from the top. We're going to go down into it in an angle. And then we'll keep it from punching out the bottom of it. Oh, let's take them that.
See, Howard says, Jordan, look at the link I sent you. It's the STL for DS9.
Let me go ahead and open up Discord. Discord.
And he says, you can scale that up, I'm sure, or down.
Okay. Okay. That'll be fine. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and leave that up and I'll take a look. Need to go through and finish fixing my 3D printer. Okay. There's 3 done out of God knows how many. And I'm not going to I will do some of this off stream while I'm watching TV and stuff like that so that the streams aren't just me drilling out holes.
Thank you.
I figure it's a good place to start, figure out where we're working. And I think I do want to paint this. It is a little shiny.
Donnie's asking about your 3D printer. He said, did you get the screen yet, Jordan?
No, I haven't honestly done anything that they've asked me to do with it yet. So it's in my closet, and
when the door's closed, you just forget about it.
Pretty much, yeah. It's probably a good project for when I'm on stream, actually. It'd be a perfect project for when I'm on stream. Talk to you guys about it, especially on a Sunday stream if Dave's around. All right, so outside of that first one, which was a little janky, these are going pretty well. So it's a 1.2 millimeter drill bit that I'm using for this.
Howard says, oh no, he's drilling again, but it's not the fun kind of.
I wouldn't even know what the fun kind is anymore. Yeah, so I'm kind of locating the screw or the pin vise at the top of the window. So I'm going to zoom in and show you guys what I'm doing here. A little tighter in here. So the top of the window, I kind of put the pin vise in just like that. And using the top of the square window as the guide to keep it in place. It's kind of drilling in. And just like so.
Looking good.
Fairly quick and easy, actually. Try to get the habitat ring taken care of here.
Now, are those areas, the triangular type areas on the outside ring, are those supposed to be technically kind of lit or something?
What's that on the these areas here?
No, on the outside, the outer ring.
On the outer ring, right through here.
Yeah, those yellow areas. Are they supposed to be lit or something? Or
no, those are just maintenance pits.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it's done. The color of this model is fairly close. The yellowish color, the puke green color, is not very good, but it's fairly close as well. It's more like a copper color.
Donnie says only a few hundred more windows to go.
Just a few.
Howard says Star Destroyer all over again.
This because I'm using a much larger drill bit. This is not the Star Destroyer. Okay, hold on. Let me zoom back out here. So all of these have been harvested for the 0.8 millimeter drill bits, and I had to buy all of these individually in order to get all of the 0.8 millimeter drill bits. They didn't just offer the PCB, the tungsten carbide tip ones, as just a 0.8 millimeter. And I think I've got, hold on. I've also got 2 more.
Yes, yeah, I've got 2 of those sets, and I've never had any of those ones break on me.
I'm probably really ham-handed and impatient. And I don't know. Like I think it was just me being impatient and just going too quick when I was doing it. So these also could be a really crappy brand, and I just kept buying the same ones over and over again.
Donnie says those are sensor pits.
Yeah.
And Don is here.
Hey, Don.
He says,
Welcome.
howdy all. Yeah, I was going to say if those sensor pits are supposed to be, slightly lit or something, I was going to say, see how well light transmits through the plastic and have it as a Raytheon effect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, well, that one went down below. So, oops. That's okay. So, there's our first section of windows taken care of.
Nice. Yeah, Donnie says you should have bought micro drill bits. The PCB ones are hardened, which makes them break really easy. And then we got a whole bunch of hide-ons. Howard says, does that model also show the shuttle docking bay doors?
They do. So, right there.
Ooh, it'd be kind of cool if you could get a really small 3D printed
runabout
or 2.
Yeah, that would be really great.
That'd be super small though.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a job for Donnie to paint and possibly print. Thing is, would you cut one out to have it, so it looks like the doors are open and you can see down into the bay?
Oh my God, that'd be crazy. That would be Jody. I did it again. Damn it. Try as you might. Happen again. It's right up against the edge, so these aren't going to be as round as they could be otherwise.
Are you taking it to Wonderfest? Because if not, then it doesn't really matter, does it?
No, I'm definitely not going to take this to Wonderfest now.
Yeah, then really, I mean, who cares?
Doesn't really matter. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, unless you're taking it to Wonderfest to not enter it in a competition, just to have it, with all the Wayne heads.
Exactly.
See here. You mean like this, Jordan? And then he puts up something from Thingiverse and as a link.
I'll grab that 1 sec. Hold on.
And Donnie says, guess what I have, Don?
How do I?
and Trent's saying, I'm still laughing through a rant from yesterday, Don.
I will go back and look at that after the stream, Donnie, because I can't copy the text, which is interesting. Very interesting. Oh, just broke one.
There we go. Well, you did fairly well. You got through a lot of windows there.
I did. It's okay though. Don't worry. I've got more.
Let's see here. Howard says Don's rant was epic. I was there for that.
Wait, Don went on a rant?
Yeah, he says, yep, I had enough of alien babbling. Even Donnie said, I missed it. What was it about? You got to give us like a timestamp on that so we know where to go watch the video.
Uh-huh. Yeah, when I got home from work yesterday, I basically quickly recorded the Batmobile video. And then I needed to put together like the transition for the video, like doing the transitions. And I chose to kind of like mix it up a little bit. So I've got like 4 different ones that I'm going to rotate through in the beginning. And so I had to put those together, only to have to re-put them together later on because I got a copyright. I was trying to use a modified version of the Batman soundtrack theme. But yeah, apparently I couldn't get away with that one. Like I was in the process of uploading the video and it's like, yeah, no, copyright. And it was like a copyright that I hadn't gotten before. Like sometimes it's like, just fix it and you'll be good. Sometimes I'll forget to put the music credit in and it'll let me know. But yeah, this one was like, nope, you're not going to get away with this one. And I'm like, oh. So I recorded the video, then I put together all the assets for it, and then I went through and edited the video, which took me about 2 hours. And then
Don's telling us what he did. He's told him to shut the F up.
Don, you said what we've all wanted to say.
And Trent said it was about 5 minutes after Alec joined the stream.
5 minutes, and Don already had enough.
Might even be worth watching the whole 5 minutes then.
Yeah.
To see how much better we fare. Howard says, be right back. You can talk trash about me.
Howard's taking out the trash.
Donnie says, what? We would never do that, Howard. Or would we?
He wouldn't know. All right. The next one is done. It was going fairly quick, actually. It's not too bad. The problem with the Star Destroyer is I had to there was no placements. Like I had to figure out where to put the windows, and I didn't put enough. I put 1,400 windows in there, and it still wasn't enough. I missed a bunch of window sections.
Jeez.
Yeah. I was wondering why they had given me so much fiber optic wire.
See, I've got 2 of the small ones of the Bandai version with the lighting kit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it doesn't use fiber optic. It just, I think they got so many holes or whatever. And yeah. I was going to send one of those to Andrew at some point.
Nice.
So he actually has a starship that isn't from Star Trek.
All right. Oof. Okay. One thing I do remember is the hand cramps.
Oh, Howard said, and our alien boy got yelled at to get off the stream by his Faza.
How did he take it?
Yes, how did he take it? Eric says, I posted in off topic where Bucks added seems. Okay. I posted in off topic where Bucks at it seems. LOL.
Okay. You might want to expand upon that, Eric.
You might need to to start taking your meds again, Eric.
This plastic is nice to drill through, though. It's really soft, like I said, like baby scud. Like baby scud.
Baby skull doo 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 doo. Baby skull doo doo. Oh, sorry.
I wonder, should I use a cob to light up the rings?
You could also get those filament LEDs that are like the flexible ones.
I was just about to say the same thing, and I'm like, I also would like to mess with some filament lights as well, because for the diorama for the things that Todd sent me, he wants me to do diorama, and in order to pull that off, I need to use filaments. So I might order some filament lights. So that'd be good to practice on this for that.
And then you could choose, like, do you want warm white or cool white? Or
yeah, these are going to be warm. I think the lights on Deep Space Nine are warm. So we'll take a look at that here. Probably get those ordered before I go.
There we go. Eric says, check Discord off topic to see where Buck has been hanging out. All right.
Let's check that out.
Oh, I also put off topic there. I have my little hamster eating spaghetti.
Oh, I see it.
Nice. I don't know, that Adam Rose guy, to me, I mean, he doesn't look like Todd that much, but he enough that it makes me think of Todd every time I see that guy.
Every time I see him, I am reminded that you think he looks like Todd, and it just makes me laugh.
Yeah, to me, it's the only similarity. Like, he wears glasses and he has a beard. I mean,
right.
But to me, it's like,
That's
it's enough to trigger the memory of, hey, there's also Todd.
My God.
Just to plug my channel a little bit. I pretty much finished that Bradley's, that 172nd Bradley that I posted in the military yesterday. I started it yesterday, pretty much finished it today. I just got to paint the ammo cans on the back and then give it a clear coat, and then I was gonna quickly just put a little bit of weathering on the tracks and maybe a little bit on the sides, and then I should be able to hopefully edit it to become a half-hour to 45-minute video. It won't really have any talking, just kind of some music, just like you see with a lot of other armor kit builds.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for plugging during your video.
No, you're fine. You're not talking about yourself incessantly for hours. Ian, if you're listening. Oh, God. Yeah, today was a record-setting day, and I get notifications every single time a delivery order comes in. And currently my phone is just buzzing nonstop, so I think tomorrow's going to be also very busy. So it's our busy time of year now.
Were you able to check out the sizes of those masks I sent?
Oh my God. Hold on. Brief mail call. No. Matter of fact, it's sitting behind me and I haven't done anything yet.
Did you see how many masks I did?
No, I haven't even opened it yet, man.
Okay.
Let's find out. So Ken sent some stuff along for me here. And I don't know where I should open this. Probably here at the very end.
Yeah, my dad was visiting, so I sent it across the border with him. So, and then he just mailed it from Minnesota. Cheaper
so
that way.
Sent me
a polishing stick.
Yeah.
For if we ever do that F-14 build.
Yeah, polishing stick. It's like the final two little bits for the polishing. And then in here,
some masks for the Reliant.
Hard to pick. Yeah, so it's punched circles. So should I be careful?
Nope, they're taped.
They're stuck. Okay,
they're stuck.
Oh my god! Look how many he made for me.
Different
Dude,
sizes.
holy crap.
Wrote beside each one what they're used for. Like some of them you only
Wow.
needed like 4 of, but I was like, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. So here's 30 of them.
Dude, that's awesome. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Super awesome. Perfect. Yeah, we're getting close to paint on the Reliant builds. So, okay. So we got our first, the entire habitat ring is all taken care of.
Nice, nice. Are there any windows supposed to be facing to the inside or no? Just asking for a friend.
Good question. Yeah. No. Hold on. That is way too small. Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
But are you worried about putting them in?
Nope.
Well, there you go.
Yep. Nope.
I mean, for this, you're just increasing the accuracy. You're not going for 100% accuracy.
That's correct. And I would really like for them to. Release a new DS9 kit where it's been redone. That'd be great. But
yeah,
it's probably not going to happen. The show is not at all popular enough for that anywhere at this point. So
true. Donnie says, I think there are windows facing inward.
There are lots of them. Like there's more than like 3 rows, and we're going to be putting 2 rows just in the here, 1 row there, and then 1 row down below here. So yeah, this is only just good way of putting it, Ken. Just increasing the accuracy.
Yeah, you're not trying to make it 100% screen accurate. You're just just making it look better is all. Yeah, Donnie, I have 2 punch and die sets, or whatever you call them, for different sizes of circles and stuff. So yeah, I think all the way up to 2 millimeters, and then all the way down to I think 0.8 millimeters or something like that. I'd have to go look at them again, see what sizes. And Jody says, in the car waiting, what did I miss?
Lots of drilling. Lots and lots of drilling. That is not an actual image. All right. So the windows that go along the rings or go around the outside are just kind of contained right through here and here.
Yeah.
And then there's like a blank spot in the middles here. And then right here and here. So that's what we're going to do. So I think we will do lights all the way up through here.
Jody says, what's the drillio?
The drillio. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go through 3. We'll leave 6 of these little scallops here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll leave those with no windows. So we'll do 2 on either side here, and then all along the sides along there. So that's what we're gonna do. And for that, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
For that, there are like little notches. I think I'm just gonna drill in between each one of those notches.
So like 4? So it'd be like 4 lights?
There would be 4 lights, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
There are 4 lights. And I think I'm only going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do 20 on each little section here.
Donnie says, just Jordan drilling by himself. All by myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not a good singer.
No, I wasn't talking about that. It is definitely like drilling through this. Ooh. That's deep.
Okay, just because Donnie's saying.
Well, if we didn't need to paint it before, we're definitely going to paint it now because there is a little bit of the stress
Oh, yes.
through
Yeah.
there. So let's see if I can go down just a little bit here.
Now, are those going to be more squares there or like for the shape that's there?
No, they're every one of them are round. All the windows
Okay.
are round. Yeah. I think I was able to kind of pull that one off without getting any of the stress, plastic stress. Yeah, and it's pretty. This is a pretty.
Well, it's good the plastic is easy to drill.
Supple. Yeah. So it's pretty thick through there, though. However, so yeah. I don't know what I was gonna make, whatever point that was, but it's just a little thicker. It's a little bit more difficult to get through there. I kind of want to get a drill like you have, but I'm gonna need a proper like workspace.
Yeah, and those
Where you
drills
have,
are expensive.
yeah,
But oh man, are they worth it?
yeah, because you're able to like go down to like single revolutions, right? Like you can just like spin it very slowly.
Yeah, like like 10 revolutions per minute type thing.
Wow.
All the way up to enough revolutions to start shaping and cutting diamond.
Wow.
So
Yeah, it's a watchmaker tool, right?
Jeweler's tool.
Jeweler's tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody who's no longer with us on our in our HTM family recommended it to me.
Got it. Well, he's still around. He comments every now and then. Or is it Jet?
Yes, it's Jet.
Oh, okay.
Who are you thinking of?
Mark.
Mark comments on stuff when I do stuff like in the military channel stuff.
Yeah, he still lurks.
Yep.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to paint. There's sometimes I'm getting a little bit of a stress, Mark, but that's fine. Oh god damn it.
And is it stuck right in there?
Stuck right in there too.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
But the beauty is
The beast? Oh, wait. Now, careful. I've broken them off in the inside.
Yeah, I can see why. There we go. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, I had one that it broke off, and then I was doing that, and I broke off the backside, and it was left with a little piece inside.
Let me tell you, I cannot tell you how many of those little pieces are probably sitting in the Star Destroyer.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Donnie says, "Come on, Jordan, stop stressing out the station."
Can't help it.
Don says, "Jordan, your first Batmobile video was great. Looking forward to more."
Awesome, thank you.
I am too. Yeah, that's my favorite Batmobile.
Oh, and like one of the things that they still don't have the official build magazines up yet because they're not sending along magazines with this build now, so it's all done digitally. They still haven't gotten it up yet because the build isn't officially live yet.
Right.
And so Todd sent me the magazines in advance. But some of the features that are going to be available through this is going to be super cool. Like the wings stick out the side. I need to tighten that down a little bit more. The little fins stick out the side. The machine guns will lift up and out. And I believe the machine gun effect will be animated. So like when you pull it, when you shoot it, you'll see little red dots.
Nice.
And then I got a couple comments. I got a comment from Mike on Facebook. He's on vacation, but he watched the video and he goes, "You'll be getting sponsored for God, dude, another one." He's like, "You're gonna get sponsored for this build too," and I'm like, "Cool." I don't know if I can or not, so we'll see.
You may have to do it as after the build.
After, exactly, which is fine. It's going to take him a while to produce some stuff for it. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I sent him some stuff on the Terminator, some ideas. So
nice.
uh yeah. Donnie says, Jordan, don't you stress enough at work?
I do, yeah. Although I have to say, wow, I'm actually out of that size. So it looks like I'm gonna have to go slightly smaller. Shit. One of the people that was working for me that really, really stressed me out no longer works for me.
Well, that's good.
Yep. So the dude was very selfish and he made my life a living hell. But he was so good at his job that it was hard to constantly put him in place, so to say. Oh my God. Howard. No one dissed me. What?
My God, you've been dashed. You bastards!
I love it. Thank you, Howard, so much. My goodness, my friend. Oh my God. All right, what time is it? 6:47. All right, getting towards the end of this stream right now. Let me tell you that.
Well, you're just about at the 1 hour 50-minute mark.
Yep. So we'll finish up at 2 today. God. Same thing is happening as always. Like my hand kind of. Ooh, that was on a mounting lug. That's why.
Well, I mean, technically, you could go without mounting lugs.
It's very true. We can just glue it up,
Yep.
super glue it. Yeah, good, very, very good point.
And then just fill in the screw holes.
Yeah, let me go ahead and. Is that a screw spot? No, it's not actually.
Oh, so it's just a lining up point.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't even think it's that. I think it looks like a molding point. Yeah, it looks like this mold point. Yeah. Because the ones that line up stick out further. And these ones are just kind of there. It's like mold. So interesting. I don't get to use these. These are really, really strong and nice double bladed nippers. These are what I use for the big stuff.
Yeah. I've got an old set of for really heavy duty stuff. I have a set of Games Workshop ones.
Mm-hmm.
Howard says, well, I guess that will help pay for more drills.
Yeah, it will. I'm currently stacking cash for the Telford trip. So everything that comes in this month and then through basically everything that comes through this month I'll be able to take to Telford with me. It's going to be great.
When are you guys leaving them for that trip?
November 3rd.
Okay.
I'm not stressed about my passport situation at all, but
will you be done to Reliant by then? Will I be done to Reliant by then? I don't know.
You'll probably be done with the Reliant by then. I'm hoping that we'll get at least getting close.
Yeah.
So, and this is for 1 week. But it all depends. Like that trip is currently still a little in limbo for me. I'm not going to get all political, but getting a passport right now, if you're a foreign person, is not easy. And the Trump administration is giving me some guff. So it's been a little bit of a challenge.
Time to come back to your country of birth?
If things keep going the way they are, we'll have to discuss that. Yes.
I mean, you got family right across the border there.
Mm-hmm.
BC.
I'm not the biggest fan of my family, but yeah, I do.
Oh, I got spare bedrooms here.
It's true.
And a hobby room. And lots of kits you could look through and decide to build.
Right. Now, something to think about for sure. I've been currently dealing with immigration. Like I have my Canadian passport, which is fine. If I had set up the flight to take off out of Vancouver, it'd have been totally fine. But it's currently set up to fly out of SeaTac. And yeah. Needless to say, like I said, I got my Canadian passport and I'm just still waiting for the US passport side of things. So
I have to renew my Canadian passport.
You know what's beautiful about that? You just, go online and renew it and then they send it to you.
Yeah.
Here, you go online, renew it, and then you get a call from Homeland Security and you're like, why is Homeland Security calling me? Can we see your paperwork? Okay. So, yeah, that freaked me out for a moment.
Although the only place I really go these days is, to the U.S. And no offense, I don't really have much desire to go to the U.S. in the next few years.
Yep, I wouldn't.
So maybe Wonderfest, I guess, would be about it. But in general, it's like, no.
Howard, you won't have any issues with yours. Keep in mind, I am a dual citizen. So Canadian citizen first. And then I was naturalized as a U.S. citizen and dual citizen when I was 14. So dual citizens have a very difficult time getting passports.
Howard says ICE shows up at the door. If ICE shows up at your door, dude, and you get kicked from the country, seriously, come see me. Bring your stuff. Bring Cat if you like.
What, Soji? She's all running around the house, meowing like crazy.
All nimbly bimbly.
Oh, nimby bimbly. See me drinking milk from a saucer.
I like how that's Jim Gaffigan too.
I know, me too.
Because I love Jim Gaffigan.
See me playing with mice. And I love how at the very end he's like,
yeah.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah.
All right,
thanks, guys. So, it'd be good to see you guys too in person.
So we got the first little set of windows taken care of. I don't know if I can get that to focus up. There we go. That one got a little funky right there. It's because it was behind a lug, one of the mounting lugs, so I had to cut that out.
Trent says, does that go for all HTM, Ken? Asking for a friend? Why, do you need to move up to Canada for some reason? Do you like winter?
Some reason? Okay. I am going to do these little pieces of plastic away here. I am going to do the rest of this side here, and then we'll call it a stream. And what I'm going to do is order a bunch of the filament LEDs. To work on. Is that
those nice long bendy ones?
Yeah.
And order some new drill bits too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm quickly running out here. Which is fine, honestly. I'm probably going to look for a better brand. Because I know that there's, like, people don't often have as many problems as I do with drill bits. And so, I don't know if I'm just trying to do it too fast or. It always breaks when it gets to this point, right? And so I'm like, am I just, like, not being gentle enough with it? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Don says, I love Canada, except for having to go to Regina in February. Well, that was cold. Yeah, I grew up in Saskatchewan, so I get you. I even lived in Regina for a few years.
Yeah, all of my dad's family lives in, like, the dad's side of the family lives in Abbotsford and Chilliwack. My brother lives in West Vancouver. And then all of my mom's family live on Vancouver Island.
Okay.
And I was born in Vancouver. North Vancouver, actually. Lionsgate Hospital.
Holy.
Ooh. Well, if you're not bleeding, you're not doing it right. So.
Well, he did say make sure you have a Band-Aid nearby.
He did, and hold on, Ken. I get to use the first aid kit that you sent me.
There we go. That's right.
Yeah.
I did send you. At least you're not using the fire extinguisher I sent you.
What?
Did I not send you a fire extinguisher?
No.
I could swear I did.
Yeah, it's gushing, guys. Look at that. Uh-oh. So Ken sent along a really nice first aid kit here.
That's been a while since I sent that.
It's got a grape whistle. I said grape. Some Band-Aids. And
Trent says, now you're modeling.
That's right. It wouldn't be a model if it didn't have some of me in it.
Yeah, Howard says, stabby, stabby.
Yep. There is some.
Don says, it's just a flesh wound.
It is. Although I do worry about, I've gotten a tetanus shot recently, but.
You too?
Uh-huh.
I work in a restaurant. I'm stuck in my toe.
Oh, dude, I work in a restaurant. Like, it's kind of like a required thing for me to have get tetanus shots.
Yeah, they asked me when my last tetanus shot was, and I'm like, I have no idea.
Yep.
So they're like, okay, let's give you one. You're good for 10 years.
Yep. I haven't cut myself in a long while, but I always make sure, like, when I get my boosters or whatever, when I check my vaccines, I always make sure to get one. Oh, no. There we go. It's just a flesh wound. Indeed. Just clean this up a little bit. Oh yeah, that burns nice.
That means it's working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like Chinesium metal going into my body.
Yes.
I worry about that.
Let's see. Howard says, at least you are fainting at the well, I guess he means aren't fainting at the sight of your blood like my vet did when he gashed his hand and I almost had to drive him to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Don wants to assure you will live, Jordan.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible that I might not, you know. You never know. I could die right now.
Oh, there we go. Todd Fury, he said, I heard there was blood.
There was blood, yes.
Or he said, I heard there will be blood.
Yeah, there was blood. Let's go back a minute or two. No, we're not drilling that one out. That's going to be a dark window. Yeah, so Todd, it's been completely gutted. And I've already drilled some windows. So yeah, it's going well.
Yes, it was a blood sacrifice to summon the Todd.
Yes, what I did, Todd, was this. I was trying to drill and went whoop, and stabby stab, and there's some blood. It's still bleeding. There's some blood back behind there. So yeah. Although it's really weird wearing a Band-Aid that's not blue. We always have to wear blue Band-Aids at work because if a Band-Aid falls off and gets in the food, you can see it. Todd, you having fun with Ian? Thank you for doing the Lord's work.
And Don says Jordan decided to drill himself instead of the model.
Mm-hmm. God damn it. Another one. Where did you go? Oh. It's in here. Yep, found it.
There you go. Howard says he's alive. Ian didn't drown him in the pool. Todd's well. It's an interesting. It's interesting watching the Tony dynamic. Sounds like some stories.
Oh, I bet. There we go.
Did she keep him in line really well?
Is she the reason he still breathes?
Did you say the reason he still breathes?
Breathes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ew. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that.
Todd says, I think at some point we might put him on a raft and push him towards Russia.
So that means Tony too, huh? Got it. She's probably like, oh, this is what normal modeling people are like? Not to say that you're normal or anything, Todd, but...
Yeah. Trent says, push really hard, Todd. Howard said, I saw Ian got lost in third floor. He was debating on to jump or GPS his way back down. So Howard wants to know, is this Ian sober with Tony or non-sober?
Don
says, can we send the alien with him?
Man, I'm glad he's not like participating in the stream. On his first day, he's like, yeah, so I can't really do all this training. I got to watch some of the stream. Oh,
No, like seriously, like watch the streams afterwards. Like
mhm.
I get that you like us and you enjoy what we do, but unlike, there's a lot of other people who watch these afterwards.
Mhm.
See, Howard says, "Oh, was it also on ice or with no ice? I have questions. I need answers." Todd says, "Oh, he is not sober."
Oh God. Ah, another one down. God, I hate these drill bits so much.
Trent said the kid's been catching strays all night. Is he ever? And then Ian is here. He says, "Come down here, Todd.
Oh my God.
I got the stream on the big TV."
Hi, Ian.
And Todd says, "I see I'm being beckoned."
Well, we're getting ready to finish up here soon, here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, you're at the 2:07 mark, so you did pass the
Yeah.
2 hours you were thinking.
I did. And getting hungry. I didn't have time. I got home so late, I didn't have time to like record my normal thing with Ken.
No, but that's okay. We rearranged for another time.
Mm-hmm.
Todd says,
Oh my
"I'm
God.
preparing your gift in. Chill your jets."
Dude, another one.
Another one bites the dust.
And that one's in there.
And another one gone. And another one gone.
How many more of these do I have left? Okay, that's not good. Damn it. Looks like I'm buying some. That was it. That was all. Hold on. Nope. I got two more.
I know there was a million things. Oh, wait. Okay.
There was a million things I could have bought today. Instead, I bought this piece of shit.
Don says, "Don't do it, Todd." Ian says, "I'm not sober, but also not drunk. I'm on vacation mode." Howard says he was summoning Todd on Wayne's stream too. Are you on a tether, Todd?
Todd's probably chilling in his room. And Ian wants him to come down and socialize.
And then Ian replies to you saying, "Hey, or hi, Jordan." Trent says, "Hi, Ian." Ian says, "Todd and Tony all about you tonight." Sorry, Todd told Tony all about you tonight.
Me?
Apparently.
Huh.
Hi, Trent. Hi, Steven. Howard said, "Must have..." Oh, it jumped.
Huh?
"Must have had a warrant out for his arrest in South Carolina on a tether." And Ian says, hi, Donnie and everyone else. Don says, "Glad to see everyone else." And Chase asks, "What are you going to buy tonight, Ian?"
Oh, God. It's the second to last one.
Donnie says, if you're not sober, but you're not drunk, are you sunk?
Okay. I like it. All right. The last drill bit. So we have this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. It's the final. Is this my blue one? Nope. Yep. That one.
Chase says, "What are you going to buy tonight, Ian?" Howard says, "Ian, you're here. Buy something for Chase. Jordan needs drill bits stat."
All right, so I'm basically down to nothing but the green and orange ones. So that's funny. Like
No one likes the green and orange ones.
They don't. Okay. Jesus. We're just do that.
And the thing is, you started off so well.
I really did. I got all of the inner ring basically with only one, and then it's been the outer ring that's been challenged. But this is also going through a ton, like thick plastic. So, yeah. Let's get our last one done.
2 C's?
Cleaned up. And, huh?
Is it thick? 2 C's?
2 C's and a K.
Mm.
And our last one's done. So we have to. Oh my God.
Donnie's going to bed.
Night, Donnie.
Did you break one?
I didn't. Almost did though.
Howard. More drills.
Thank you, sir. God. Thank you so much. Gosh. Awesome. Okay. That one survived. The final one. All right. There it is. Let's go ahead and get this all cleaned up here. And we'll take a quick little review of everything that we did. All right.
Jody says, did I miss more drilling?
Yeah, you really did. I'm going to try to take care of as much of this drilling off screen as possible.
See all those drill bits, Jody? Those are all broken.
Yeah.
And notice on his other hand, there's a Band-Aid.
Yep, I cut myself. So, yep, I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. Yeah, so I am going to be buying some filament LEDs. I need some for the diorama anyway, so I'm going to pick up a bunch of those. And then from there...
yes, he did, Jody.
What's that? Did I break all those bits? Yeah, I did, dude. All of them. Oh. Let's get in tight like a tiger. So yeah, these are all my victims, my friend. Yeah, I'm not good at the drilling thing. I got big stupid hands, and so that's what that is. Otherwise, yeah, that's ow.
Great for the ladies, bad for building models.
That's right. Oh my God.
Trent says, great stream, Jordan.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. This was fun. We're going to come back next week and do the same thing. If we don't do this, it's only because I'm waiting for the filament LEDs, or we need to do more drilling. But I really don't. Like I said, I want to try to get this one done as quick as possible, so that I'm not letting this model just sit in the box like I have been for the last little while. Thank you so much, Trent. Really appreciate that. So yeah, for next week, we'll likely be working on this. If not, this, we're going to try to work on, it's going to bounce back and forth between this build and the runabout, as that one's been well over a year in progress, and I need to kind of get that one finished. Steven, thank you so much for hanging out, and staying so freaking late, dude. It is really late where you are right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sticking around, man. That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's 3:15 his time.
It's crazy, man. Otherwise, but for me, I should be on stream with HTM either on Friday or Sunday. I'm currently not scheduled to work super late tonight or tomorrow night, so hopefully I should be able to get on the stream there. Night, Trent. Night, Donnie. Not Donnie. Night, Ian. My brain's going. Did you hear about the Star Trek Dune crossover? I did not. Is that on a comic? Or
Deep Space Nine?
Deep Spice.
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, Jody. Oh. If it wasn't so good, it would be so bad. All right, so let's take a look real fast. we went ahead and completely gutted out the inside of DS9. Here are all of the electronics, and there's not much, but here is everything that was left from the inside. We're not going to be using any of this. I'm going to need to do some work on getting these LEDs pulled out and then running some more LEDs in here and what have you. But yeah, otherwise, the rest of all the parts are right here. There's not a whole lot to this. And that's one thing that really actually kind of makes me excited, because we might actually be able to have quite a bit of room in here for a lot of lighting, and we should be able to do exactly what we want to do with it. So next time we will be back, like I said, either with this or with the runabout. But either way, one of these two builds are going to be what we're going to be focusing on for the next little bit. We'll get back into Lego here in a month or two. Going to kind of let my Lego fingers rest. I'll go ahead and where is the side? So, oh God, where are you? Hold on. My face is in the way. There it is. So
Nice.
there she is. So she sits up right up there next to her much smaller version of herself. And I actually have all my models lit up right now. So the Enterprise is there, and then I have the Book Nook, and then I got the Viking ship going as well. So yeah, no, that's where she's at. And then I actually lit up the Razor Crest as well. So she's also lit up. And that's where we're going to go next when we get to Lego. So it'll be a little bit before we get there. So yeah, no, it's one of those things where this was fun. But I think I need to eat. I need to eat some food. Dax was kind of spicy. Dax is one of my favorite female characters on Star Trek of all time. Terry Farrell was very easy on the eyes, and can't say I'm super sad about everything that we saw with her. So, he likes my big black clock. Oh, you saw my big black clock up there? Is the one up there? Is that what you're talking about? The big black clock up there? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, currently right now all of the wiring has kind of collapsed. I have like a bunch of conduit and everything like that. That's running all the wires from up and down and all of that, and it has all kind of collapsed. I woke up in the middle of the night to a loud kind of crunching sound, and all of it fell down below. I wasn't sure. Like this morning, I was like, "Ooh, is everything still working for the stream?" So I'm glad it was. But yeah, there it is. I should be on stream either on Friday or Sunday. I hope for both. That'd be great. And if not, well, it should definitely be on one or two streams. And then the next episode for me coming out should be Sunday, and it will be the Reliant, which is coming out next. So got a bunch of lighting work done for that. And then from there, we're in the cycle of all the builds. Like I'm now managing like 5 Partworks builds, and it's kind of insane. So Ian says, yeah, clock. Oh, wait, who is that girl? Are you talking about that girl? That's Kat.
She's taken.
She is taken for, I don't know, somehow she likes me for whatever reason. So I think it's pretty cool. Otherwise, for Howard, thank you so much for the super chats, my friend. You single-handedly keep my channel monetized, and it's just so appreciated. I can't believe it. For all you guys that hung out and have been here for the last couple hours, really appreciate you. Ken, thank you so much for producing. You did a fantastic job tonight. And Todd, if you're still around, thank you for the wonderful gift of this kit that I completely disassembled and took apart and then started drilling into, because that's what you wanted me to do. Otherwise, that's what I got for you guys today. I will see you next week for the live stream on Thursday. We'll be building something. It'll either be this or the runabout, as I said. But that's what I got for you today, and I just want to say thank you. Ken, do you want to press the buttons? You remember what you're doing there, or you want me to take care of it?
You can take care of it.
All right, so I know what I'm doing here. I know that there was a million things y'all could have done tonight. Instead, you spent 2 hours and 20 minutes watching me rip apart a model And I think that's pretty damn cool. You guys have any questions or comments, tips, tricks, please leave them down below. Where it is, there it is. Like to support the channel, please like and subscribe. I got myself off track. I hope you all have a wonderful evening in this beautiful world, wherever you happen to be. And just remember, what is a quote from Deep Space Nine that I could use? Fortune favors the bold. Good night, everybody.
Night.